Buying a used car in 2026 sucks, but we did it and we managed to stay under our $5,000 budget. So let's show you what we got. And no, it's not the Chevy.
We bought a Honda CRV.
Hers, baby.
This is my new baby girl, a 2005 Honda CRV.
We were specifically looking for a compact SUV for under $5,000. For people who've been following along the channel for a while, we had a 2006 Toyota Sequoia that I absolutely loved, but it was way too big for Meghan to drive, and it also sucked on gas. We're super stoked to finally be done with this car search, because if you've tried to buy a car anytime recently, especially off of Marketplace, you know it's a nightmare. It's not easy to find somebody that you can trust from Marketplace. Thankfully, we found this one just earlier this week from somebody who was selling it who actually owned the car, had good service records, and was negotiable and worked with us on the price. We got this 2005 Honda CRV with 229,000 miles for $3,000, and it's in really, really great shape for the year. But of course, buying a car this old and this cheap means that it's gonna need some work. So in this video, we're gonna go through, give you a tour of why we chose this car, the work that it needs, and how freaking excited we are to have a car that also comes with a picnic table. So that's enough of me blabbing. Let's have Meghan give you a tour of her brand new to us car.
Now I know the first thing that comes to mind when you hear Honda CRV is mom car, which, me too. Before the CRV became a mom car, it was this really cool compact recreational vehicle that had all of these features for recreation.
For compact recreation.
For compact recreation. And I'm a compact person. I like to recreation. And I needed a vehicle. So it's perfect for me. We're going to show you around and show you some really cool features of the second generation of the Honda CRV, which looks really cute. And there are a bunch of things that we can do to it to make it a little bit more modern. All right, let's do it. Unlock the thing. All right, the first thing about the Honda CRV is that it's super comfortable and a lot smaller than what we were driving before, which is a Toyota Sequoia. Something that's really cool is this center console, and it's really made for a lot of fun. We've got two cup holders and a place for what looks like a pen and a table for knickknacks. But the cool thing about this table is that it can come down. When you unhook the what do you do to a latch? When you unlatch this latch? When you unlatch this latch, it comes all the way down. And it reveals a perfect place for us to put our cameras or just a purse for the girls.
Or a cooler for your bevies, for your recreational
For your recreational bevies. I guess if you have a cooler that small.
Lunchbox?
Lunchbox, yeah. You can also put your recreational bevies in there. And then we have our normal car features that you would expect from a 2005. One of these things, one of these. This guy also has a sunroof, which is really cool because that's one of those things where I could live with it, I could live without it, but this one comes with it, so it's actually very exciting. It's very small though. It's very 05.
Very compact.
Very compact sunroof. But one cool thing about this car is that a aftermarket unit has already been installed. This touchscreen has Bluetooth, I can listen to the radio, and I can also hook up a backup camera, which isn't currently connected, but it is there. So we'll have to figure that out later.
And by we, I mean Matt.
I can figure it out.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I probably won't. If you've never been in a car that's old enough to drink legally in the United States, you wouldn't know all of these cool features, you know? The e-brake is right up front, which is kind of cool. It's in like a hidden spot. The e-brake is like built into the aesthetic of the car, which I think is pretty cool. It also has a compartment here for knickknacks and actual knobs and dials for our AC unit instead of having to deal with the technology. Technology. It's kind of nice to have a car that doesn't have crazy technology in it. And every time I rent a car that's like new, I'm like, I don't want to. But let me show you my cup holder. It's hidden and it's quite large. So 1, 2, 3. You push that in, and then what's in here? Knick-knack drawer. And then a 12-volt plug right here for probably either a refrigerator or a Jackery, or both.
Or charging your phone?
With a 12 volt? Oh, I guess this is old.
Yeah, what do you think? You got a built-in USB charger in this thing?
I don't. One cool feature of this car that Matt didn't even know about, and we haven't tested, is this car can go into bed mode. Let's see if we can figure out how to do it. I only know that you can do this from the internet and the internet alone, but apparently if you take off the headrest and you push it all the way to the front and lean it back, you have, from front to back, a nice nap station. We're in nap mode on the driver's side, but you can do both sides actually. Can you pull this forward?
Yep.
Pull it forward, and then lean it all the way back. And now we have 2 places to nap.
Well, let me try this. All right, let's see how comfortable this is. Oh, does we have to put these back a little bit?
It can lean back, so like it'll be like.
This isn't terrible.
Actually,
I think we should try like a proper camping trip without like any mods to it.
yeah.
See how we like it, and then if we don't like it, we can just like bring a tent or build a little platform in the back. I'm 5'10", and my feet are like touching the front. I have my dirty boots on, so I don't want to.
If you set
up
up
the
so
car.
that you're like leaning, kind of like a reading nook.
Oh, I totally.
This is quite nice.
I totally read Lord of the Rings.
Not to mention, this guy that owned it kept this thing immaculate. It is so clean in here. The condition of this car is definitely like of a 10 to 15 year old car, but this guy babied this thing.
One owner for like 19 years, which is crazy. He liked it so much that he took it to vacation in Florida, still got an oil change, still got his brakes done on vacation.
Did not miss an oil change at all.
And I know this because I have the Carfax.
If you're buying a used car, definitely make sure that you buy the Carfax. It's about $40.
45 bucks.
$45 for one car's vehicle history, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about how the original owner took care of the car. Did it have one owner? Did it have 2? Did they take meticulous care of the engine? This is proof.
A Carfax report costs $40, making it excellent value for money.
Stop listening to
providing
me!
incredibly detailed information
Stop!
and peace of mind.
I'm gonna die. Let's get it back into driving mode. I think my shoes are in the back.
Here you go, my lady.
Thank you. Thank you. Ow. Now I hit my head. But the star of the show and what really makes this car special is in the trunk. This is the sought after trunk of the Honda CRV of the 2nd generation because it comes with an OEM picnic table. Under these WeatherCheck floor mats, we have a really cool picnic table, which makes this the perfect recreational vehicle because we can take this out and tailgate, we can picnic, or we could take this out just to play some board games. I mean, what recreational vehicle has a picnic table? None other than the CRV. When people are looking for this car, they're specifically looking for this table, and this one just happened to have it. We're some lucky ducks.
To be fair, this was one of my first questions that I asked when I saw the marketplace listing, was did it have the table? Because if it didn't, I would have passed.
Other than that, it's a pretty standard trunk. I mean, we can definitely put these seats down and do a really good...
Yeah, I guess there's no stability without the table, huh? I see another cord to pull.
Where?
Right,
Here?
wait, yep.
Did we know we did that?
I didn't.
It goes all the way up. So I was just about to say that we can make a full camping setup back here, which we definitely plan to do. This makes it a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? I guess the seats go all the way up. I'm just gonna test this one to make sure it works. That's so cool. Our Sequoia did that too.
We could probably fit this car inside the Sequoia.
Totally. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. I really love when a spare tire's on the back of the door. That's why we were looking at Honda CRVs and Toyota RAV4s from the same years. And it also opens from the side. And the icing on the cake is the window that flips up. How cool is that? So if I wanted to bring some wood from the hardware store, I would have some room. Wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would. When we're ready to go camping, the features of this car are going to be really cool. Wayla's mom car, and much more compact recreational vehicle. I'm also 4'11", so I really like the appeal of a side opening door. It's way more user-friendly for people like me. I feel like this is kind of like the Sequoia, but a more compact version.
It's the same color.
It's the same color as our Sequoia, and honestly, I've had a lot of silver vehicles and they've never steered me wrong. Cosmetically, this car is in such good shape. The only thing that is broken is this mirror, and that brings us to this video's sponsor, eTrailer, where I'm gonna order a replacement right away.
Thanks to eTrailer, I'm finally able to upgrade the mirrors on the Silverado, and it was as easy as this. Before you start, you need to lower the window so you can reach through and hold on to the mirror. To remove the door panel, you need to find all the bolts holding it on. There are a couple underneath the door handle, underneath the door latch, and under this little panel behind the armrest on the door. You'll also need to pop off the plastic part of the door lock. Once those are off, you'll need to gently pry the door away, starting at the top. You don't need to take the panel all the way off, just loosen it a little bit. Disconnect the electrical connection from the window switch panel and fish the wire out. Then remove this top triangular piece. You'll have access to the three 10mm bolts holding the mirror on. Once you remove the bolts, the mirror can be replaced with the new one, which will line right up. Reroute the wire and attach the electrical plug, test to make sure it works, and then make sure all the wires are clearly tucked away and won't chafe or get pinched on anything. Pop in all the Christmas tree clips again, and make sure that the top part of the door panel is properly aligned with the window and that there's not a big gap right there. Once the panel is back on, reattach the door lock and all the bolts, and that's it for the installation, and it's the same for both sides. These mirrors have heat for snowy days and indicator lights. They also have so much better visibility than the factory mirrors and can extend to make towing that much easier. Thanks again to eTrailer for sponsoring this video, and if you need to make any upgrades to your car, truck, or trailer, check out eTrailer.com and all of our favorite items in the description. Now let's get back to the tour. What a weird spot to hit, you know?
Yeah, it's just all types of broken. But one of the main reasons we are excited to have this vehicle is under the hood.
One of the main features that makes this car so reliable is the 2.4 liter engine. It's not fast, it's not sexy. It's very practical, very reliable. As long as you maintain the oil changes, it should go for a long time. My little sister also has an 05 CRV. Hers is sitting at 290, so that's going to be one of the first things we need to do. It definitely needs an oil change. It definitely needs brakes. I just heard some squeaking now that it's a little warmer, so maybe it needs a new serpentine belt, but all those things we accounted for when we bought it. And I'm really looking forward to another car project. This rear brake pad, I think, is non-existent. It is rubbing completely against the rotor, just metal to metal. There's no more pad left. So that's gonna be the first thing we do before we take this back on the road, because starting's important, going's great, stopping is really, really important. One of the lessons that I learned the really hard way was, if you see a lot of rust underneath a car or a truck when you're looking to buy, do not buy it. Don't. I saw rust on my Chevy and I still bought it, and it ended up to being a complete nightmare that I fought with for like 2-3 months just getting it back in order. This one, completely rust free. One owner, I think he kept it in his garage. It's in great shape. So if you are in a northern state that uses salt on the roads, or if you're looking at a car that's from the north, you need to get underneath as best you can and look to see if there's any rust. If you see a lot and it's perforating and you can poke it, stay away. Just stay away. How many cars did we look at before this? We looked at 3 really clean RAV4s that were just completely rusted underneath the driver's side and passenger side doors. Yep. All right, we're gonna pass. Like, we're talking holes. I'm gonna put a couple pictures right here. So that started to be the first thing I looked for. If I saw rust, it was time to just move on. Thankfully, the CRV is pretty much rust-free, and I think we're gonna have a great car for years to come. But I'm actually really happy that we were able to find a car that was within our budget, that Megan can drive safely and comfortably, because she was way too close to the steering wheel on the Sequoia, and she just won't drive the Chevy ever. I tried. I really tried.
Feet don't touch the ground.
Yeah, that's probably a problem if you can't really reach the pedals. But this is much more Meghan appropriately sized. It's gonna need some work to get it up and running. We also wanna make some modifications to make it a little bit more comfortable, maybe a little bit more modern. Connect the backup camera, maybe add a roof rack, get some crossbars, kayak rack, get some kayaks, have some compact recreation in our vehicle, just like the name intends. For a fact, I know it needs an oil change. brakes all around, probably including calipers because they're looking pretty rusty, maybe a serpentine belt, and figure out the location of the oil leak and deal with that. There's also a couple different check engine lights we need to address. I noticed a grinding noise coming from the back driver's side, which I'm hoping is just brake related, but that'll be something that we can figure out for sure when I pull off the tires. And we're also going to need to replace the tires, because they're pretty old. So for $3,000, I think we got a great deal for a reliable car that we expect to last at least a few years, if not longer. If you're looking for a really cool car you can take on some fun adventures, a second gen CRV is a solid option, with some really cool features that came from the factory.
And we're staying in budget and we're staying out of debt.
Honda compact recreational vehicle. We're never gonna call it a CRV, guys. We're gonna say it all out.
In our next few videos, we're gonna be getting this thing up and running and on the road. Make sure that you guys subscribe to our channel if you want to see the adventures continue. We'll see you in the next one.
I honestly never thought I'd be a Honda owner, to be honest with you.
Honestly, me neither.
Maybe we can say that.